Have you seen 1917?
Yes, just saw it on Friday.
Should I watch it?
Bomb or what?
Yeah, none of us have seen it. Like, Austin and I both really want to see it, but we haven't yet.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know. You probably do because you guys are in the know on things.
We just watched like a BTS of like it was a one shot
What's BTS?
behind the scenes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sorry.
It's a K-pop band.
What's K-pop? Welcome everyone to the Palm Valley Church Podcast, where we invite God into everyday conversations. My name is Mark. I'm here with my good friend Gerrod. It is so great to see you.
Hello, it's good to see you.
Thanks, man.
This
was like last minute. I just dragged you in on this.
Yeah.
How's everything going today? I mean, just in general, life going okay?
Things are going well. Yeah, I was sitting behind the computer a lot today doing some Easter artwork stuff.
Ooh,
so,
yeah.
and I was walking around to go and stretch out the legs a little bit, and then you guys dragged me in here.
Yes.
So that's pretty
we're
much what my day's been looking like.
We're going to
today.
stretch out your mind so that you can plan Easter even better.
I guess
this.
so, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're in the middle of our finance series talking about money and all kinds of other things like this.
It was a really good first week.
Good. I thought so too. I thought Pastor Ryan and Pastor Darius did a great job of kind of talking through it and just looking at what are our appetites for things that we spend money on.
Mm-hmm.
But you and your wife, you're anomalies.
Yeah.
In like a good way.
Okay.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
Anomalies in the sense of, I mean, how old are you, Gerrod?
25.
25. Mm-hmm. Okay, so normally kind of the 20s and 30-year-olds, you're starting a family, and you're like, at this point, you probably should have a credit card or two. You should probably have a couple car payments or at least one car payment. You should maybe even have a few other like debts, student loans, and those types of things. But you and your wife don't.
That's correct, yeah.
But like, why? Why do you not have? I mean, shouldn't you at least have some credit card debt? I mean, we've talked about debt and everything else, but I am interested here. Why would a 25-year-old not have debts?
Yeah, well, we weren't always like that. We did in the past, just a few years back, have debt, whether that was on credit cards. We also had medical bills. I did have a car payment going into our marriage. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of just fell into that trap of just spending money that we really didn't have because it was kind of like our extra cushion in a way of, hey, we think we need this or we think we need that. And so this was an easy way to make those purchases happen. So we were like that, which kind of led to a financial crisis in our eyes of just realizing we had some additional like medical bills that came through, and just with having a baby coming, realizing like there's a lot of things that we need to pay off so that we can have the margin in our life to live and buy groceries and put gas in the car. And so we really had to just knuckle down and pay off some debt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, this last week we were challenged to kind of like look at 2 months just worth of spending.
Yeah.
Can you remember like back in that time period a few years ago when you had all this debt, what would have been a lot of the expenditures, a lot of the things that you would have been buying that you guys would have just been like, we got the money, we're just going to buy things?
Yeah. Well, honestly, we were never people to like splurge on stuff like that. Just because of like the car payment and some of the bills, a lot of our extra money was going towards that. Yeah. So we would put a lot of money towards those things to try and pay them off. Yeah. So like our lifestyle wasn't anything extravagant, at least in the in that last like 3 years or so. I would say when we got married, we were a little bit like when we were within the first year of our marriage, we were a little bit more free to spend here and there. And I'd buy things like, clothing and a lot of food and, eating out with friends and stuff like that. But that really hasn't been our life for the past couple of years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you guys would have seen your list and going, okay, we this is going towards a car payment.
Yeah.
This is going towards this payment. And you saw a lot of payments in there in that.
Yeah.
What's that like now? Like if you look at your spending and your money isn't going towards payments, I mean, what's just the feeling of that?
it's like the burden is just taken off in a way. There was the moment that we became debt free, we were like, oh my gosh, we do not have to pay any of this extra money towards these things.
Yeah.
We can start putting it to our savings. Now at that point, or at that time when we were paid off all of our debts, we really had no extra money. So then we still, all of that money that we had, we just started putting towards our savings and start kind of following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. And so we wanted to start saving, putting, having a larger emergency fund. And so pretty much all of that money that we're putting towards bills and car payments and all that kind of stuff just kind of went back into our savings account. And so we started paying ourselves that way. And so our lifestyle really didn't change at all. We were still very tight in our budget categories and paid for the necessities, and the rest was just building up our savings.
But you felt like a freedom of, wow, now I don't have to, I'm not forced to put this towards a payment here or those types of things. So if you got just out of the blue a bonus check or something that was, I don't know, $500, how do you view that $500 in terms of when it's just random, it's extra, it wasn't planned for, it's just there? What do you and your wife do with that? How do you see it? How do you think about it? And how do you act on it?
Well, I would say there were kind of, before we kind of took hold of our finances and really wanted to reach some goals, if we got that kind of extra money, whether it was just like a bonus or like a job that we did on the side that was just a little bit of extra income, we would have seen that as kind of just like fun money. Like, we got this extra money, let's go do this. Or, but after kind of realizing that we wanted to really reach some savings goals, any extra money was like, it became really exciting for us because we were able to put that to our goals and really be able to reach some financial goals a lot sooner than what we had anticipated. And so it's just funny how our minds have changed in where we wanted to spend our money or to put our money.
I think that's a huge thing that you guys have goals, which sounds like so simple and basic, but to be honest, I don't know if a lot of us actually say, you know what, we're trying to get here financially. We're trying to do this. We're trying to either purchase this thing. And do you guys even set goals for like smaller stuff? Let's say maybe you guys want maybe a new bed for the bedroom or something like that. Like, would you set a goal like that even to say, all right, this may cost $1,000 or something like that? Or is it only larger stuff?
I'm not really a goal-oriented person. My wife Marissa is to the T. I love that about her. She will write down her goals. She has a whole yearly planner that she uses that's like all just like goals and how to reach them. And so she'll put it out and she'll be like, here is my 4-month step-by-step process to reach these goals. And so she was able to really kind of adapt that structure when it came to saving and reaching some financial goals. Me, on the other hand, and I kind of get it from my parents. If I kind of threw them under the bus a little bit, but if there's something that I want, I'm kind of the type of person to try and figure out how to get it. And so I think it's just maybe the world that we live in. We just kind of want things now, and we want it.
But it sounds like you try to figure out how you can get it now in terms of, can I do a side job to earn some extra money? Your thought process isn't, hey, how do I buy this with a credit card?
No, not anymore.
I like I said, I love the change that you guys in your early 20s have literally gone through of understanding. If I do have the mentality of I would like to have this and I'd like to have it now, your thought process is, how do I earn the extra money? How can I do a side job so that I make this happen? Rather than, well, I'm going to get it now even if I don't have the money. And that's sounds like it's changed for you guys and allowed freedom to happen in all of that.
Oh, for sure. And it's funny because like my whole perspective on money has even changed. Like Marissa and I were just talking about it, how like in the past, I used to be more of the spender.
Right.
And now, like, I think saving is fun. So, which is, I would have never said that 3 years ago. And so there's times where like, I've been challenged to now be a little bit more generous with our money. And because I'm like, no, I just want to save it. It's just become just kind of addictive. And so it's funny how just our like personalities in that way have changed on what we do.
Well, I like that you bring that up because I think that's a huge thing. There may be plenty of people listening that are kind of in that mindset of that's just you. That's just the way it is. You know, you're a saver, and I'm just a spender, so I'll never change. And you're literally saying no. Once you got focused, once you had in mind, hey, we're going to either set these goals or we need to get to this place of not having any debt. Yeah. Like it literally changed how you view money over time, and. Like you just said, you enjoy saving now. Like it's almost an enjoyable part of the process.
I still have my weak points.
Sure.
Like I'm the type of person where I'll get FOMO if people are like, "Hey, we're going out to lunch," and I'm like, "How can I make that happen? Do I have the money to go out to lunch?" And I'm like, "Yep, I'll be there. I'll make it happen." And so I'm still working through that, even if it's not like directly in the budget. I need to get better at that.
Oh yeah. So it sounds like part of this journey has been a little bit easier for you as well because Marissa has gone alongside you in this, that you haven't been isolated or alone on this journey.
For sure.
Too.
But we've done it together, and we look at the budget together, and we.
So what do you tell every other 20-year-old out there right now, or maybe 22-year-old, you know, that's like about 3 years ago, like you said, and you changed. I mean, what's your encouragement to them?
You don't need a new flashy car. And if you need help finding a used car for a couple years, I would be more than happy to help you do that. Because I'm a car guy, so I like finding a good deal and something that's good and stuff. But yeah, that was one of the biggest things. I see people that are out looking for a new car, or, they go finance something, and I'm like, no, that's a long time to be paying for a car. So something like that. But also just have a plan for your money. I see people that are kind of scared to figure out how to budget, and just saying like, this is what I'm going to spend my money on, and this is what I'm going to save, and just knowing where that's going, I think is huge.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, I am intentionally making this a short podcast just because I really want people to understand, it doesn't matter if you are young and you think you need all this stuff. You don't. You can get out of it, and you can still live this amazing life with it. So thanks for being on today, Gerrod. I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being a great example of being debt-free. This is a fantastic thing.
We try. It's definitely like I said, a burden that we don't really have to carry as much anymore. So.
Well, you're my hero, and it's my wife and I. We look up to you guys. We are literally getting after this. We're trying to get rid of our debt because, it seems like you guys are free and you enjoy this life of not having all of this. So thanks for sharing a little bit of your story again. We appreciate that, man.
Thanks for having me.
And everyone else, thanks for joining us. We'll look forward to connecting with you on the weekend or online. Have a great week, everyone.